Alonzo, thanks for stopping by. I wanted to take a moment and show you guys something that I didn't know for a really long time, and I'm actually pretty embarrassed about it. For a long time, I've had a bunch of different amplifiers, a bunch of different guitars, and I've always thought to myself, God, I sound technically good, but the sound, the actual quality of the sound, was never great, regardless of what amp I had. I've had I've had Fenders, I've had Mesa Boogies, I've had a bunch of amps that are highly regarded and highly recommended. I had a bunch of PVs. I've had PA systems, and I just never really sounded. The quality of the sound wasn't great, and it wasn't my equipment. I've had Gibsons and Fenders and everything you can think of in between. I've had acoustics, electric acoustics, mic'd up guitars, and they never sounded really great. They just sounded okay, almost like I was playing in the room next door or behind plexiglass or something. So a buddy of mine, shout out to Justin, he dropped the tiniest nugget that made the most monumental difference for me. He said, well, do you have an EQ pedal? I'm like, well, I had one a long time ago, but it didn't do anything, so I got rid of it. And he's like, you need an EQ pedal. And he's like, but don't put your EQ pedal in your chain. He's like, put it in your effects loop. And I'm like, well, what is that? You know? And I'd seen the effects loop on the back of the amp 100 times, but I never bothered with it because I figure, hey, all the signal is coming from the chain, right? Well, this gives you more control. It basically turns the EQ on your amplifier into a 7 or a 10, whatever your EQ pedal is. You get that much more control, and it just gives it a boost in the sound, not in your chain, in your sound. So I want to just kind of demonstrate that now. The difference between without, this is without. I've got the volume, I've got everything at noon. Everything is at 5. And it's okay. The volume is at 5, and it should be nice and loud, and it's not. And so I bought a Boss. I wish I bought a Boss. I bought a Behringer EQ 700 for about $30. Okay, it's a knockoff of the Boss. It's a nice simple EQ. There's nothing fancy about it. You turn it on, you adjust your settings, you find something you like, and you're done. That's it. So I have it in the effects loop. I'm going to put up a picture of the effects posts, inserts, where you can inputs where you can put it in. I'm going to put up a picture of the inputs, and you'll see how to run it. One goes in, one comes out, almost like in your chain, but it's for the amp, and it's just giving you control. It's just giving you equalization control for your amplifier and a little bit of a boost. So now watch. All I'm going to do, and I don't have anything set here that's great. It's I have a little bit of a higher bass. Everything else is kind of in the middle. I'll show you a picture of that in a moment. I'm not changing anything on the amp. I hope you can tell the difference. That's a little thicker. It's a little wider sounding. I can punch it up a little bit louder by just increasing the volume on this. How simple is that, guys? If you don't have an EQ pedal, if you have it in your chain, take it off your chain and put it in your amp. Your amp should have an effects loop in the back. I don't know what to tell you. It's made a huge difference. And then when you apply your pedals, your effects that you normally have, it makes them just sound more professional. It just sounds better. It's the simplest fix. It's a $30 fix. I already had the cables. I choose to put longer cables so that I can move it as needed. But there are short 8-inch, 6 to 10-inch cables that you can put, and you can rest that EQ pedal right on top of your amp, and it gives you all this control. That's what's been missing in my playing for 30 years. Every time I would plug in, here, I'm going to shut it off, right? So it's like going from the 50s to the 80s like that. So I hope this helps somebody who didn't know or wasn't aware. This is certainly not for you advanced people that know all this or have a mounted rack. All that stuff is built in. And, you know, the technology is so out of control now that really you can sound like a professional in your bedroom anytime you want. but this is a very simple adjustment that you can make to your already existing lineup and just make you sound better with the click of a pedal. All right, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good luck to you, and practice, practice, practice.